Hello everyone and welcome back to Penkin Plays Hearts of Iron 4 with the Kaiserreich mod. We're back in the No Step Back DLC. I'm not sure what version this is. 0.20 I think? Something like that. We're back playing as the German Empire, and in between games I found out that actually I don't need to import oil from Azerbaijan at all because it's technically my oil to begin with. So even more of a reason to go and send over some troops. Romania is technically also leasing us their oil, but I don't have the ability to step into their territory, so it is what it is. In here, yep. In here, yep. Alright, everything's good there. As for the Navy, I decided on moving most of my ships into reserve, because this is technically the reserve fleet anyway, including almost all of my Weltkrieg-era destroyers, because I need to choose what to do with them, and as well as almost all of my Weltkrieg submarines, because they're not going to be very good at their intended purpose. Instead, I've kept only the level 2 submarines and some level 1 submarines that I can use maybe in secondary theaters. Speaking of secondary theaters, I think I might send some of these level 2 submarines back home, switch them out perhaps, but at the moment I just need to work it all out, and we can actually get going. The Constitution of the German Kaiserreich. After the crushing defeat of the Second French Empire by forces of the North German Confederation, our constitution was signed in 1871 by the new constitutional framework integrated the southern states into the Prussian-led federation, thus giving the enlarged entity a new identity, the Deutsches Reich. According to the Constitution, the empire is a federated of 25 German states. The title of Bundesrathion, the Federation President, was held by the King of Prussia, a figure now invested in the title of the Emperor of Germany. The Emperor appoints the Chancellor, and they head of the German states, blah blah blah. With the option to dissolve the Reichstag on a whim, it is clear that the main political power of the German Empire actually rests in the Reichstag. Blah blah blah. After 6 years of the founding of the Kaiserreich, the liberals and social democrats are proving to increasingly disgruntle the status quo. Okay, fair enough. They're not going to be happy. As for my Air Force, I've moved them all into positions where I can actually use them. I want to downsize these to maybe about no greater than 10. This is the kind of situation where I'd really wish that I could just do that easily, but I cannot. Over here, I'll keep it the same. As such, these will start pilot exercising. Over here, let's put it all together and see what we got. You can be increased. Well, you can be decreased to 200. Split in half. No. No, not like that. Split in half. And then have this disappear. Thus creating exactly what I want. You, similar situation, can be brought down to 400. Then split in half twice for hundreds. You, transport planes, I want you at least at 50. You, I want you at 100, even if you're not going to get there anytime soon. You 100, same deal. And then everybody, pilot experience on. In here, yeah, these ships don't have anything yet, but I will send them over some fighters after they're trained, because they can't train if they're in port. I mean, I guess technically they're going to be out of port, but you know, it is what it is. 77 days of fuel. I could get some more. Don Cuban Union has some fuel. But it's only, you know, it's not the best. Subjects, you have fuel, but at the very least I can get some for cheaper. For cheaper than I have been getting at least. Let's get it going. Everyone will go to their positions. Assassination of President Kerensky, we hardly knew ye. Is what it is. Let me get up my audio to make sure that I'm looking at this. Voting rights of the Legation Council. Right. I have voting rights over in the Legation Council. Can't really do anything about that right now. You two, get across. Peter Rangel. Gonna have a nationalist Russia, by the looks of it. Hopefully there's a Russian civil war, but I don't think there is. You, get off in your own force. You need to go to Baku. You need to sit in Tiflis to look after these guys. We could assume control. Totalist charter. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, indeed, yes. The crowning of Edward. Oh, wait, I went to Britain when I should go to Canada. There he is. Dominion of Canada is just being ruled by them. No, Dominion of India, what am I talking about? Dominion of Canada. I'm crazy. Payment of the Brest-Litovsk reparations, which grants consumer goods factories for 365 days. How lovely. I would love some cheese, thank you. Special projects, need to make sure we're keeping that up. Who would we like? You, capture Cypher, steal blueprints, commando, or counterintelligence. At the moment, because we only have the one person, let's just focus on counterintelligence. We keep it going. Keep it building. As for our fuel situation, there's the first war, Afghanistan versus Dominion of India. Black Monday has hit us. Oof. On the 3rd of February 1936, the Berlin Stock Exchange stopped sinking, it plunged. Fueled by the instability in the market, panic selling erupted as soon as the stock market opened on Monday morning. It took well into the night for the teleprinters to stop spurting out the results of what became known as Black Monday. When the results have been analyzed, it's clear the situation has not only grown, has only gotten worse. The shock of the unprecedented economic catastrophe will no doubt be felt for the entire world. The German Golden Age has ended, at least for now, in the Fifth Anglo-War. So now we got... Well, it hasn't appeared yet. Quantum militarism pictures of the Weltkrieg. Aftermath of Black Monday, we still have time, so let's get some experimental research. And then... Oh, I can get early mobilization already. Already have limited description, already got export focus. It was not a bad idea for some early mobilization. I don't mind that. Electoral gridlock in France. Run on the banks. Close them temporarily. Guarantee prevalence of or do nothing. Absolute Chad laissez-faire capitalism. Guarantee that the holdings of private individuals. So, close the banks temporarily. Base stability is less, but consumer factories 10% for 50 days. That's not so bad. Guarantee private holdings. I think that's just nice to do. You know, like, hey, your stuff's gonna be in the bank, okay? So your money is gonna be in that bank, okay? Don't worry about it. Black Week comes to an end for some bit of extra stability. Austrian Empire has pulled out. That pull-out game is strong. Is there anywhere else? Middle Africa Administration buys DKAEB shares. The Deutsche Kaiserreich Abyssinian Isabahn Railway was established in the early 20th century, including linking Addis Ababa in Ethiopia to Djibouti. Is that a real thing? Indeed, there it is right there. And it's also important for our infrastructure. The present economic downturn in the world has meant that the ore is no longer being purchased at the rate it once was, resulting in fewer transports of the DKAEB. In order to prevent the Ethiopian state from attaining control of the DKAEB, the losing values trade link, the Middle African state has bought many shares of the railroad to provide some state backing for the beleaguered company. However, allowing Middle Africa to act unilaterally so soon after the Kenya Solof case would embolden the politically dangerous Goering. Make them sell, or they should have not have acted, but it was right action. I feel like if I allow Goering to a tight... Do I want it to go under? I'm fine with it going under. You're on a short leash. Polish monopolies crash, as one might expect. The illusion of Qing hegemony shatters. Over here, Qing is gone. There's going to be a lot of civil wars over here. League of 8 provinces. Going to declare war on the left Kuomintang. That'll be fun. And Jing click. It's a question of, do we back any of these? Maybe the Qing government, because Peking Commission influence level Peking Commission is Germany's primary agent in exerting control of the areas controlled by Beijing. But there's also the Tsingtao collaboration and the Nanjing Commission and the League of Eight Provinces. These two are... So maybe it might be... Nanking Commission, advising the League's leadership on behalf of Berlin, includes the officer levels. It's really hard to say exactly who we would be backing in this situation. Maybe the Qing, maybe the League of Eight Provinces, but the League of Eight Provinces is not going to last. It just isn't. It just is not. Just not a thing that happens. Low manpower. What can I do? What could I do? What should I train? I could train up some specialty troops. This troop is not particularly impressive. Oh, I have some points. I wonder if I have enough points to change over the Panzer A to something that is not an affront to God. Something like that. Oh, wait, I don't have enough anyway. Ain't got enough points, ain't got welded armor. So you can live for now on my good graces. And here, fighter ones. What do you build off of? Because we need transport planes. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new factories relatively soon. And I just don't have anything. Wu Peifu turns to us. Following the death of the League Marshal Sun Chengfang, we have hoped that our ally in Beijing, Wu Peifu, would remain loyal to our interests. It seems, however, that he has taken the amount to turn on us. Not turns to us, turns on us. Take a publicity, anti-concession stance. Wu Peifu was... Wu Peihu? That's in here, right? Yeah, looks like they've gotten rid of their thing. Damn him. So maybe now it's the League of Eight Provinces, or... No, definitely not you. You're social liberals. Negotiate licenses, send volunteers. What do I have in my backstock right now? I have 800 rifles, I have 45 that, I have 44 light tanks, 2 heavy tanks, a bunch of trains, carrier fighters, 85 tactical bombers. You do the best you can. Start a Lend-Lease. I will send you in storage Katerina model. Okay, I'll send once. I will send you 500 rifles. I will send you, no trains, no thank you. I will send you, you need 50 of those to actually make a division. So sure, I'll send you the whole lot. And then I'll send you, what planes did we have in backstock? I have Junkers. I'll send you 20 of those. And that's not monthly, that's once and once. Select all in your stock. Yeah, select all in stockpile. Yeah, I'll send you that. Do your best. You are not going to, but do your best. A man falls ill. Got another thing breaking away. Do your very best. I do not expect you to live. I'm gonna find those Panzer Is throughout the world somehow. The Halbstock Terror. Oh, this is that thing. The devastating economic situation. Many families struggle to earn their daily bread, and social security net is strained to the breaking point. In the recent weeks, the streets of the German cities have been increasingly terrorized by gangs of teenagers. These Halbstock steal products in markets and shops, and the money that innocent pedestrians commit acts of vandalism to escape boredom and frustration. Few citizens feel safe in the streets anymore, and it's clear that they want some of the government might. Something. More loss of stability. Man, I got nothing. Shandong clique has now declared war. So yeah, you're gonna die. But have, do your best. The death of Pius. The 11th? Electoral gridlock in Britain. Financial troubles in the colonies. And something Mexican politics, maybe. Some maverick politicians propose distributing more resources to the colonies to the detriment of the German national. It would be obvious not be popular. Which would obviously not be popular. Dedicate as many resources to the colonies as they need. 8 of our civilian factories will work for the needs for 365 days. Only concern the most critical expenditures. 5 civilian factories, tighten our belts. Well, do I even have any available factories at this point? I have 3. I don't have enough to do any of this. So we're going to have to just deal with the fact that we have an army department and an economy department. Not going to be able to get our second guy for a while. Dedicate as many resources as possible. What happens if we send 8 factories that we just don't have? Only the tightest of expenditures. We lose more political power. We only have 3 to give. So if I give 8, what happens exactly? I mean, yeah, special project 8. Well, guess what? It's already not happening. Yeah, there goes the League of 8 Provinces. You will not be missed. So now we don't have any dog in the fight of China, because you already turned on us. League of 8 Provinces was the only friend we had. And we're in no position to stage our own invasion, so yeah, we're just gonna have to chill. Chill out, buddy. Over here, what are you guys doing? You're that army. Sure, you can fall under this guy. Just deal with it. More issues. Agricultural crisis in Middle Europa. Must protect our peasants. During this time of great crisis, the complacent agricultural sector in German economy has proven to be particularly vulnerable to the economic downturn with the mines. Several Junkers. Junkers being the land-holding elites, I believe, representing the land and nobility of the Kingdom of Prussia. Yep, there we go. Have asked the protectionist legislation to state subsidies on their agricultural production by imposing tariffs on foreign produce, which will strengthen the vital sector of the Reich's economy and protect our farmers. Unfortunately, such a measure is likely to cause further damage to the economy of our neighbors, protect our own peasants at the cost of Ukraine and Galicia, Lodomeria, and Poland. We shall not... Our country is falling apart. You know, it's us for the Ukraine, thanks. We're not Ukrainophiles over here, as one might expect. So just don't even chill. Don't even worry about it. More news. 5th International Congress. Situation over here is worsening by the day. Syndicalists' first move. I wonder, did it even... Let's see. Yeah, transport planes, light tanks. No, I don't think... Yeah, boop, boop, boop. Those panzers didn't even reach there before the League of 8 Provinces fell. Syndicalists' first move. Watch them. Watch them. We have good defenses along our border, and we have no reason to exercise because we're already at full capacity. I have 2,000 manpower. I'm building the Gebirgsjäger division. I don't really see much of a reason to build other infantry. Guess I can build maybe 4 infantry divisions. No greater, no less. Over here, these guys have been chilling. Over here on the water. Guaranteed private holdings is done. Good. That was only lasted 50 days. The Kenyatta Solof affair. An unusual case has reached the highest court in the German state. Anti-colonialist activist Jomo Kenyatta has brought a class action lawsuit against the former African stallholder William Solof. Oh, this is something that was referenced earlier, but it looks like it's happened later. The case has come against embarrassment of plaintiffs and veterans of the Weltkrieg. It can no longer be dismissed. They claim that the Solof administration harmed them through policies of illegal land seizures, even abductions and torture, although the Solof's knowledge and the little legal basis. Quietly, the Foreign Office has explained that the government doing such things are common and unnecessary for colonial administration. Let me urge we quash this movement. The court has no rights to rule on Middle African affairs. What's the worst that can happen? No. Nah. Just avoid it. Just avoid it. I think that might be what causes the inevitable downfall of the Middle Africa, and I don't want that to happen. So we can do Aftermath of Black Monday, or we could get that extra research. I want that extra research. I just feel like that is the greatest thing you could possibly do in any situation is get new research, and then after that we deal with Black Monday. That seems like a plan. Stan. And over here, famine breaks out in Sichuan. Well, damn. They got all that Sichuan chicken. Over here, yep, everything's fine. Everything's dandy. Everything's fine. How are those planes? They're chilling. They're doing okay. They're doing fine. But where are the fleets? I would like to be able to just put the planes onto the fleets, but I can't find them in the water. So that's not going to be able to happen until they go back into port. But that's going to happen pretty soon. Coming out of France shows its true faith. The Reds are quickly set to spread their position, and then we show the last session of the elections. Get more manpower. Well, our position still is fine, and we have a nice little attack army here. You guys have an attack line to there, and you have an attack army to there. Paris, yeah, it should be fine. You, with your battle plan, just take Paris. Revolution in Iran. Oh yeah, they took over that whole country, huh? Bloodless coup. We need to get our country back into position. We got nothing. We got no reserves. Over here, you are almost completely done, except for a single destroyer. Still hasn't finished his training. Alright, after that, you'd be done. Costa Rica seeks our assistance. Now, Costa Rica, it's way over here. I have very little, like, need for them, but, you know, it gives us an edge row, and gives us a way to get into Central American politics. Why not? Oh, great. The Romanian nationalized their oil fields, which means we no longer have the ability to take their oil, which luckily doesn't seem to have affected our oil that much because our navy has finished training. Except for just movement gathers strength. It's a cause worth supporting. So, promise action but do nothing. Based. Women know their limits. Why would I care if the Commune of France and Union of Britain likes us? Now, on one hand, it's, you know, it's nice to have women voting, whereas the women's suffrage will increase greatly. I think promise action but do nothing sounds exactly like what the German Empire would be doing in this situation. Like, oh yeah, we'll get around to it. Don't you worry about it, girl. Don't you worry about it. Don't be tripping, dog. Don't be tripping. Didn't you say you were gonna do it? Don't be tripping. Now this is the second slot, so let's keep working on infrastructure. The oil coming in from Baku is still pretty good, so I don't think I need to worry too much for synthetics. So let's work on that. And then you are the naval research. Pretty good on most things naval here, which means I could use some radio to put into the... Eventually I do need to upgrade a lot of these machines. As for repairs, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's go another 4 to bring it up to 9. But let's leave the Vesser classes. A Lithuanian Envoy. The envoy has arrived from Lithuania, wishing to invite representatives from our government to negotiate a new trade agreement. Currently, due to the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk and our subsequent agreements, we have restricted Lithuanian trade from the Baltic Sea. Their goods either go through Memel or Riga. I see. So they go through Duchy instead of coming through Königsberg. Oh no, they go through Memel. So they just don't go through German land except for Memel? Question mark. It now appears that they wish to unrestricted access to the Baltic Sea, circumventing Riga and Memel, I guess. Like creating their own, making their own naval base, maybe? Very well. Or no, we should keep the restrictions. Nah, it's fine. You guys can, I'll be nice. You can have your trade. Everyone's hurting these days. You know, sometimes you need to be able to take care of your own. Now we need to start looking after the aftermath of the Black Monday. But we got that research, and that's the good part. We got the research. Now, I need to start researching some things for tanks, like basic armor, so I can start actually putting in good armor on my tanks. At the moment, what am I doing for logistics on tanks? On heavy tanks, I have 6. Got 6 built so far. Okay. Not great, not terrible. In here, got all these. I'll send most of them over, but one there, one there, one there to chill. For them, you can all go to Cologne. For you, you need to finish up your training. You don't have anything. In here, these ships are all done, so I can put their fighter squadrons back in. Come to think of it, I think all of them go there. And you, all of them go there. How'd that work out here? No, they all went onto the Elba. No, you go there, you go there, you go there, and you go there. There we go, everything's right in the world. Yep. German intervention in the Balkan conflict. Immediately after the beginning of the Black Monday, a fragile Byzantine government of the United Baltic Duchies descended into political infighting, and their government froze because of an antiquated system. The situation state decayed to the point where the mass underground that began an Estonian rebellion broke out to overthrow it. This is not the cause of the first concern at first, but belief that it was professional. Veteran forces of the Baltic Landeswehr will be able to suppress the resistance. However, the belief turned out to be foolishly optimistic. Our forces have chosen to take the matter in their own hands. Detachment Marines supported by the Baltic Sea Fleet and the Hare Infantry Brigade have landed in Riga, cleared the city of Latvian resistant fighters, and secured the perimeter around the city. Mentioned further into the Riga base, blah 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 blah. Well, we happen to have troops in Riga, and it said that our Marines are there, so... Okay, I need to go. See you guys. Bye-bye.